The glow of 3 monitors painted Lena Ward's apartment in cold blue. Lines of code scrolled endlessly, reflections twitching in her glass of stale coffee. She'd been awake for 30 hours. Not by choice, but because her brother's hospital kept calling. Her phone buzzed again. Payment denied. Operation on hold. Insurance lapsed. She tried everything. HR request, loan app, emergency credit line, all rejected automatically by the same system she helped maintain. A single sentence pulsed in her mind. That night, Lena didn't plan to break the law. She just wanted to save her brother's life. She leaned back, exhaustion washing over her. Somewhere in the building next door, a generator hummed. In her chest, a quiet decision began to form. Lena worked for Horizon Data Systems, a fintech titan that processed healthcare payments for half the country. Their motto, integrity in every transaction. Inside, the place felt less like an office and more like a living algorithm, rows of servers breathing cold air, cameras watching every movement. As an intern, Lena had access only to the sandbox, a harmless testing environment. But she'd been there long enough to know where the firewall thinned. Her mentor, Mr. Roarke, always told her, "Everything you do online leaves a fingerprint." He said it with a smile that never reached his eyes. And that night, his words echoed in her head. Every secret hums beneath the code. At 2:37 a.m., Lena found it, a payment batch ID tied to her brother's insurer. If she changed one tag from pending to pre-approved, the hospital system would greenlight the surgery automatically. She stared at the line of code, hands trembling. The cursor blinked, a pulse in the dark. She wasn't stealing, just fixing what the system broke. Her finger hovered, then pressed enter. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the screen flashed. Transaction approved. Lena's breath caught. Her brother's operation was funded. For the first time in months, she smiled at the screen, a quiet, tired smile of relief. Morning came like static. Coffee machines whirring, servers blinking, keyboards clicking. Then, alarms. System outages. Payment mismatches. Dozens of accounts flagged for review. Lena froze at her desk, watching engineers scramble. Her pulse quickened. At her code, spread, the head of security announced an internal audit. Mr. Roarke's eyes found hers across the room. "Did you notice anything odd in the logs, Lena?" She shook her head. "No, sir." But his gaze lingered, calm, curious, and far too knowing. At 10:12 a.m., the office went silent. 2 men in dark suits stepped through the glass doors, their badges catching the light. "Lena Ward?" "Yes." "We're with the FBI's cyber division. Please come with us." The entire floor stopped typing. Even the printers fell quiet. Lena's chair scraped the tile as she stood. The world blurred, the hum of the servers fading behind her. Flash, her brother's hospital bed. The oxygen monitor beeping steadily. She wanted to scream that it was for him, but who would understand? The interrogation room smelled of disinfectant and cold coffee. Lena sat beneath flickering fluorescent lights, fingers gripping the edge of the metal table. Across from her, the agents scrolled through lines of data projected on the wall. Her breach was small, one unauthorized adjustment. But what it revealed wasn't. The agents exchanged looks. One of them leaned forward. "Miss Ward, your code didn't just change one payment. It triggered a cascade, one that exposed over 300 ghost accounts moving millions of dollars offshore." She blinked. I don't understand. You uncovered a fraud network, Miss Ward, and the person who flagged your access? Mr. Roarke. Lena's stomach dropped. Roarke had reported her, but the trail of her code had illuminated his secret architecture. The agent folded his hands. "You weren't the criminal. You're the key witness." Days blurred into weeks. The media called it the Horizon breach. Executives resigned. Stock prices cratered. And Lena's name never appeared in the headlines. The FBI offered her a deal, testify and work with them as a cybersecurity consultant. Her brother recovered. The hospital sent her a thank you card, unaware she'd rewritten their fate in a few keystrokes. Months later, Lena walked into her new office. Different building. Same cold hum of servers. She still breaks the rules sometimes, but now only to protect people who can't. She looked out the window, the city glowing in lines of blue and gold. That night, as she shut down her workstation, her monitor flickered once. Then again. A line of encrypted text appeared. "You did well, intern. The system is watching." Her heart raced. She traced the code source. It wasn't from the FBI network. It was older, deeper. Somewhere in the data stream, she recognized the signature hash. Roarke. She whispered, almost to herself. He's still alive. The cursor blinked twice. A second message appeared, piece by piece. Phase 2 begins at midnight. Her reflection in the dark screen looked back, frightened but resolved. She reached for her keyboard. Sometimes doing the right thing means rewriting the wrong code. Outside, thunder rolled over the city. The servers hummed louder as if listening. And as the clock struck 12, a new stream of data began to flow. One that would pull Lena back into a conspiracy far greater than she'd ever imagined. The cold hum of the FBI briefing room filled the silence as Lena sat across from two agents, her hands cuffed to the table, her reflection trembling in the metal. Agent Morris leaned forward, voice calm but heavy. You didn't just breach your company's firewall, Lena. You exposed something we've been chasing for years. He slid a folder toward her. Inside, transaction logs, offshore accounts, and a web of fraud worth millions. Your company wasn't helping people, he said quietly. It was stealing from them. Lena blinked, disbelief washing over her. She had only changed one number, one line of code, but somehow she'd torn open the heart of a machine built on lies. 2 days later, she sat alone in a temporary apartment under FBI protection, 4 walls and silence. Her brother, Noah, was recovering in the hospital, his messages full of hope. She smiled at the screen, hiding the truth. She wasn't free. She was a prisoner behind new firewalls, this time built by the government. Late that night, her laptop chimed. A new message blinked across the screen. Unauthorized system access detected. Internal origin. Her heart skipped. The source trace came from somewhere impossible. Roarke's terminal. Her old mentor. The man who'd reported her. The man everyone said had vanished. Attached to the alert was a line of code, elegant, precise, familiar. He's not who you think he is. Lena stared at it, breath shallow. Roarke was alive, and he was warning her. The next morning, she confronted Agent Park at the FBI's field office. You said Roarke disappeared, she began. We didn't say disappeared, Park replied coldly. He resigned before the raid. Lena pressed on. What if he wasn't part of the fraud? What if he was investigating it? Park's brow furrowed. Lena, we traced his credentials directly into the stolen funds. But something inside her refused to believe it. Roarke wasn't perfect, but he wasn't corrupt. That night, Lena broke protocol. She hacked into the FBI's archive database, tracing every record Roarke had ever touched. And then she saw it, timestamps, log edits, erased trails. Someone had gone to great lengths to delete his work. In one hidden directory, she found a folder labeled Sato Leidgear. Dozens of encrypted files appeared, each one tied to fake patients, fake payments, fake hospitals. And then, one record stopped her heart. Her brother's name, Lena Ward, proved. Timestamped 2 hours before she ever wrote her code. Her fingers froze over the keyboard. Her approval hadn't saved him, it had been planted. Someone had set her up. The insurance denial, the urgency, the perfect timing, it was all orchestrated. She was never the hacker. She was the bait. A cold chill ran through her as she decrypted the final file. It wasn't data. It was video. Grainy, timestamped 3 days before her arrest. A man entered her workstation, inserted a USB drive, then left. The reflection of his badge glimmered in the screen's light. FBI Cyber Division. Lena's chest tightened. Someone inside the bureau had planted the breach. She slammed the laptop shut, her pulse racing. If the FBI wasn't protecting her, who was watching her? Then her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. A distorted voice spoke softly through the static. Lena, if you want the truth, go back to where it started. Who is this? She whispered. You already know. The call ended. The silence felt heavier than words. Hours later, under a rain-soaked sky, Lena stood before the glass tower of her old company. The building was supposed to be shut down, sealed for investigation, yet the lobby lights glowed faintly like something alive. She swiped her old ID badge. The lock clicked green. Inside, the server still hummed, steady, rhythmic, breathing like a heart. As she stepped forward, the main terminal flickered to life. Words appeared across the dark screen. Welcome back, Intern. Her breath hitched. A live chat window opened, typing on its own. No sender ID, no traceable source. You were never the hacker, Lena. You were the experiment. The cursor blinked once, twice, then typed one final line that made her blood run cold. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more mysterious, emotional, and thought-provoking tales, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Your engagement helps us keep creating powerful stories that question the line between humanity and technology. Let us know which twist shocked you the most, and until next time, stay curious, stay unseen.